sa mga challenges sa ating mga magulang ang pag-manage ng screen time ng ating mga anak. At ngayong online na rin ang klase ng mga bata, how much is too much nga ba pagdating sa non-educational screen time nila? Marami pong mga magulang ang siguradong may mga katanungan din tungkol sa topic na ito. Ano nga ba ang pwedeng maging epekto ng sobrang screen time sa kanila? Yan po ang mga katanungan sasagutin ng ating paboritong pediatrician na si Dr. Joanna Cuayo Estanislao. Good morning, Doc Joey!
Hi, Pia. Good morning.
Welcome back to Kada Umaga, Doc Joey. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you for having me again. Always a pleasure.
Doc, eto na. Ano nga ba ang certain age? Meron bang certain age na ang mga bata ay allowed na mag non-educational screen time?
For kids 2 years old and below, as much as possible, we don't want them actually to have any screen time at all. At most, at 18 to 24 months, pwede siguro yung mga video chat with family, but parang that's the extent of what we would allow. For 2 years old naman up to 5 years old, so a bit older, we want to limit the screen time to less than an hour actually per day of quality programming. So we want yung mga educational, yung mga nakatulong talaga para gamiting tool to teach our kids. So bawas-bawasan natin yung mga for entertainment only. We want to use the screen to as a tool to help our kids with their language, with their speech, etc. Pero that's as much as possible, we want to limit it. We don't want to make it a habit for them na nakatutok lang sila sa screen all the time.
Doc Joey, para sa kaalaman ng ating mga kada, when we say screen time, ano po ang, what do we mean by this? Lahat po ba ng klase ng screens, TV, tablet, cellphones included?
Yes, any gadget with a screen is considered part of the devices na may screen time.
So porket wala na sila sa tablet at nanonood ng TV, counted yon, di ba, Doc Joey?
Correct. So, basta may screen, kasama na yan sa bilang ng screen time natin. So, kaya for babies talaga, we really don't want to expose them to anything, any gadget with the screen, including our TVs and phones.
Doc Joey, bakit nga ba? Why do we try to limit the screen time of our children? Ano po ba ang maaring mangyari kapag masyado silang nakatapat sa kanilang mga screens?
This screen time kasi can really have a negative effect on several things. So yung una na doon yung ating development for our kids. So the most obvious is actually yung sa speech. So we see that kids who are exposed to screens at a young age actually have 6 times higher risk of developing mga speech and language delays. And actually this pandemic, I've had several patients already who came to me for consult complaining na hindi pa rin nagsasalita or very limited yung repertoire ng kanilang mga kids sa talking, even minsan sa listening. So, use of screens can actually inhibit that kasi walang interaction between the screen and the child. So, nakikinig lang sila, pero you need to integrate din kasi the learning eh. So, wala yung interaction with the parents na nakukuha niya if talagang tao yung kausap niya at tao yung tuturo sa kanya.
Yes.
The other ones are sa motor and sa yung mga communication skills ng baby. So, dahil nga nakatutok lang siya, instead of nagpe-play with toys, hindi niya napapractice yung galawan ng hands and ng fingers niya, even ng legs niya kasi hindi naman siya naglalakad, nag-run, nagko-crawl kasi nakatutok sa screen and we don't want that. Then, beyond yung development, there are health problems as well that come with having too much screen time. So, una na dito yung higher risk of obesity because they're more sedentary, di sila masyadong gumagalaw. We see them na they're more prone to cardiovascular diseases, so higher blood pressures, higher cholesterol, na things that we usually see sa mga adults na, nakikita na din natin sa mga kids. And then, they also have problems with sleeping. I'm sure you've heard na pag masyadong madaming screen time, especially pag nighttime, medyo mahirap makatulog. And then, for school, they actually have poor school performance compared to their peers na hindi masyado nagsi-screen time and they have difficulty concentrating. So, very problematic talaga siya.
Oo nga, Doc Joey, napansin ko nga parang napakadali ng kanilang attention span dahil everything is at their, parang pwede nilang i-switch off or change wala na silang patience to sit through siguro a video that's longer than 30 seconds or 1 minute. So yung attention span nila napaka-short na lamang. At saka, isa pa pong concern ng mga magulang, Doc Joey, ay yung mga pinapanood, yung content na pinapanood ng mga ng mga anak. Paano po kaya masosolusyonan yun para ma-monitor ng mga parents ang pinapanood or ginagawa ng kanilang mga anak online?
Of course, the best way is still to screen, no, before they view or even before they play, lalo na yung mga kids na mahilig mag-games. So, choose only quality programs, quality games that will actually help. Para siyang tool nga eh. So, pag pwede na sila mag-screen, so 2 years old and above, screen natin yung mga programs, mga shows, mga games that would help you as a parent, as a teacher to your child na ini-impart na yung mga language, lessons, and values na you want your child na to learn, no? Take advantage then of the parental controls of yung mga gadgets and apps. So like yung mga YouTube, they actually have options na limited only to child viewing, but even so, the best way pa rin na ikaw mismo, i-check mo na okay pinapanood ng anak mo. Kasi minsan kahit for kid show siya, may mga questionable lessons pa rin na tinuturo yung show na you don't necessarily want your child to learn. So as much as possible nga, dapat supervised din yung viewing natin with our kids, no? So when they're watching something, gusto natin nasa tabi tayo, ini-explain natin na ano ba yung tama, ano ba yung mali, ano bang nangyayari sa screen. Tapos kunyari, nanonood kayo TV, tapos may mga commercials na may mga bagay na ayaw natin masyadong magustuhan ng mga kids, like mga junk food, etc. I-guide din natin na we don't want them to be drawn by these commercials. So, supervised viewing is really very important.
Tapos, Doc, marami akong nababasa tungkol dun sa blue light. Kinakailangan po ba talaga ng mga bata or kahit ng mga adults na magsuot ng glasses that protect their eyes from the blue light of the screens?
Actually, there have been several studies already about the blue light, no? Kasi it became such a big concern this pandemic since everyone's at home working there, even sa school. So, actually, wala masyadong effect sa ating vision ang blue light. The concern is more of sa sleep kasi it really disrupts our sleeping pattern. So, but you're right, no? Yung screen actually, our time with the screen, does impair or has an effect on our vision. So, because nga nearsightedness yung pagtingin natin sa screen, sometimes we have problems with our vision na hindi tayo nakakapag-focus on near things and then far things. Of course, there's also eye fatigue. So what we want to do is we do the 20-20 rule. So every 20 minutes, we take a break for 20 seconds and look somewhere far away. So the dictum is 20 feet. Pero basta somewhere distant from where you are, tingin ka muna, parang rest siya for the eyes, para hindi ka masyado nagpapating. Kasi when we're nakatutok sa screen, we're blinking less, our vision is just here, so nakafocus sa something near us. Kaya it's sometimes very difficult. Mapapansin mo, kunyari, pag nagda-drive ka, parang mas hirap ka sa far vision mo. And that can be an effect because of our gadget use.
Tatandaan namin yan, Doc, yung 20-20 rule. Any suggestions para sa mga kada nating mga magulang na, syempre, yung mga kids nila hindi rin makalabas, Doc Joey? Anong gagawin ng kanilang mga anak?
So, it's so easy, no? Actually, yung problem ng ating present generation of parents na una, they're work from home. It's so difficult to contain their kids. And then, it's so easy to use the gadget as a solution to babysit or parang aalagaan nila yung bata mo para hindi ka ginugulo, hindi ka iniistorbo. But you have to remember, it doesn't come without risk. So we don't want to take that chance na may mangyari sa kids, which we are seeing right now. Kasi nga, todo Cocomelon, todo YouTube. So we see them with speech delays, communication delays, motor delays, and we don't want that to be the consequence of leaving our kids with the screens and the gadgets. So go for the toys that are open-ended, na they can spend a lot of time on and they benefit from in many ways. Kasi play is actually the best way for kids to learn in their early years. So provide them with things that are beneficial to them. Mga blocks, things that they can build with, toys that they can learn with. Tapos, mga books. So, take the time to have daily reading time with your kid. If they want to have time on their own to turn the pages. Kasi practice din yun for their fine motor skills. Those are all things that will entertain your child and also benefit them. So, imbis na sa device tayo magre-rely, nandaan natin before naman, many years ago, wala naman tayong benefit ng screens and gadgets. So, kaya naman gawin. It just takes a bit more effort. And we have to really draw away from relying on the gadgets, even as babysitters to our children.
Tama.
So, careful dapat talaga tayo.
At saka, tama po yung suggestion nyo before eh. Di sama sila sa mga gawaing pambahay. Nakakatulong pa sila. Medyo mas matagal nga lang yung gawain. Pero at least natututo
correct.
sila at it's a good bonding activity between the mother and the child. Thank you,
Yes, that's an excellent suggestion actually, Pia.
Yes, maraming salamat, Doc Joey. Thank you so much. Once again, ang dami na naman nating natutuhan ngayong umaga. Mabuti at meron tayong isang pediatrician na nako-consult dito sa Kada Umaga whenever we have issues regarding our kids. Thank you so much, Doc Joey.
Thank you very much, Pia. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Keep safe. Tandaan po natin ang mga paalala ni Doc para ating mga anak ay always healthy.